went from worst to the NL Finals. How does it feel?
It creeps up on you, to be honest. I mean, you're busy doing what you do and getting better every game and coaching and planning, and then wham, you're here, right? Like it's unbelievable. I mean, it's quite a story, and we had a lot of dialogue about it coming into the season. We thought we were going to improve, but this in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we'd get to the final. I mean, that's just such a almost unbelievable turnaround.
Coach, you went 0 for 8 against Halifax in the quarterfinals. You go 8 for 18 in the semis against San Diego. What was that? Something you guys practiced the whole week coming up?
Yeah, I mean, it's been the dialogue that I've used with our team is investment, and every game, every quarter, even when we went through that 5-game losing streak, I know everybody was going, they're coming, but I didn't mind that, to be honest, because we were working on things, we were getting better, we were trying to do things, we lost some close games, and that's what this league is, but we never lost sight of what we needed to do to hopefully get here. So yeah, the power play, I mean, we put a bunch of time into it, looking at different sets, and it started paying off.
Coach, not only are you making it to the finals, but you're doing so with the youngest team in the NLL. I guess speak about kind of the maturity of this team despite being so young.
Yeah, they're just, the compete on them is just phenomenal. Like, and, especially on an offensive side where we are young. Like, I mean, I don't even know if there's been a group that's ever been that young in the history of the league. Like, I mean, we cap out at 2.5 years of experience with Ethan Walker, and that's it. So, undersized, not a lot of experience, but man, do they play tough. Like and toughness is, they go to hard areas. The guys are bleeding, they're a mess in there, and they just keep going.
16 combined points between Ty and Alex. I mean, do they do anything anymore that surprises you at this point?
No, I mean, it's just they're so skilled, they battle so hard, and it's incredible. It's amazing.
Talk about the toughness of this team throughout the year, and we saw two plays from Alex Simmons just to kind of grind down the clock. He takes a penalty late in the game. Talk about toughness. Can you talk about the toughness of this team and how they've just grinded it out, and now that they're here, at the Cup final?
Yeah, and I mean, we have the luxury to watch those guys grow up, right? These guys, Simmons and Kurtz, we coach against them since they're younger and through junior. And when we make decisions on players, those are key ingredients. So it's been on display. We knew that was there, and it's just been impressive from start to finish.
You talked about Ethan. He had, I think, 6 points tonight. Has his style of play really helped players like Alex and Ty come into their own in this huge playoff run?
I think his style of play, but I also think his mentorship and leadership, because he's got such a sort of a calm demeanor about him and a business-like demeanor, and you want that to spill over into our younger players like Alex and Ty and Travi and all those guys, because that's the model I like. I want guys that are purposeful, business-like, check their emotions, play the game hard, and he does that, and I think he's been a great role model for all of those guys.
How concerned were you for both Wagner when he takes a shot in the back of the head and Shamar when he just gets leveled? They both came back and played. Were you really?
Yeah, well, you almost go from coach to parent a little bit, right? Like I get concerned about their safety, and I worry about the person, the individual. So I'm very concerned. I talk to Kevin, and that's where I go. Like I hope these guys are okay. So they are, thankfully. I mean, it's a tough game. It's a mean game. But yeah, they seem to be good. So.
I mean, the Wagner thing was just kind of a fluke thing. But did you think with San Diego making a concerted effort, do you think to be even more physical and push you guys around after losing that game with San Diego, or not so much?
I don't know. I mean, I think they almost play a little more aggressive on their offensive side of the ball, like trying to punish our D guys. I think on their D side, they're physical. Everybody's physical, but I think the way that we spaced ourselves and played with speed, it was harder to hit a moving target, right? So I think it was a lot more. I think our D guys were getting punished a lot in this series, this kind of thing.
Talk about the punishment players are taking. How important is it to keep your composure, especially in an elimination game?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that. We talked about what's more important, right? And how do we define toughness, right? And to me, you know, cross-checking a guy in the face, there's no toughness to that. Like, it's the guy who gets up after that happens. Like, I think that's cowardly. And so, you know, what do we do, and how do we define toughness? And you saw it on display. Like, you know, guys getting crushed and dirty shots and all those kinds of things, and they keep coming. So I'm exponentially proud of what they've done and how they've played. I mean, it's incredible.
This might be a loaded question, but I mean, you beat Buffalo twice. You lost to Toronto. Does it matter to you which team you play in the finals?
No, I think you always get in trouble if you try and pick your path, right? So we'll enjoy where we're at and let those guys beat each other up and see where it plays out.
You almost hope that series goes to a game
Yeah,
three,
I think
and
so, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you know, let them play some more, let us rest. I mean, yeah, I mean, you'd be crazy if you didn't, right? Like, you do want Toronto to win and stretch it out and make them play more games. For sure, it's a battle of attrition to get here, especially to get to the finals. So, you know, if we can rest up and get more time off, hey, that's an advantage, right?
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.